What is going on, guys? What is going on? Here I am, Rudy Linnell, coming back at you with another batch tutorial, and we're taking a little bit more of another look. We're taking a little bit more of another look that we've been taking a look at, so with our eyes that we can see redirection. Redirection and batch, this whole idea of being able to send our input, our output, and our errors out to a new file. And, we've been looking at it in the last couple of videos, and we're going to look at it even more today. Notepad++ is ready to go. He's so excited, and so is the command prompt. Now, in this video, I want to introduce actually a new command to you guys too, because I want to be able to incorporate it with our example of redirection today. So this command is called choice. Now, I believe choice was only introduced to the Windows command prompt and CMD actually only after Windows Vista. I am not entirely sure about that, so don't take my word on it. But if you do not, if you're running Windows XP or something, or NT, or your file system, or your computer, in layman's terms, does not have the choice command, that's okay, because this example is something I don't think anyone ever uses. I know I don't use it. I mean, it's possible to use, but I don't ever see any too much of a good use for this. So here's choice. So here's our command. Here's what we're going to be working with in our example today. If we run choice, all it does is display Y or N and then a question mark. Now, I'm sure you guys have already figured this out, that this is just trying to ask you yes or no. Now, normally when you're running like an installer or a command line installer, when you're looking to shell, it's trying to ask you questions. It'll ask you, hey, yes or no. Are you sure you want this to happen? Do you want this to proceed? Now, you would just type in yes or no. And this is exactly what the choice program lets us do inside the shell. If we just hit our Y key, that's our standard input, and I'm sure you can figure that out, that's what we're going to be manipulating today. If we use choice with an N, we just press the N key, it'll still break out of there, but that's all it really does. So we're going to try and recreate this and work with it, though, not so much recreate this, but at least work with it in our script today. So let's create a new script. Let's do exactly what I'm saying we are going to be doing. Let's jump right into things. Script.bat, add echo off. Okay, but let's do something a little bit differently today. Let's try and make this program a little bit more versatile, or at least a little bit cleaner and a little bit more not as static and not as cut and dry. Let's actually set a variable. Let's set the file name to equal new file.txt, because that's the file we've been working with just recently. So we're going to want to be able to work with that inside of our redirection operator. So we were looking at the choice command, right? Let's go ahead and run this. And it just runs the choice. Okay, so now we can use the redirection operators that we've been looking at to actually give this a little bit more of a functionality, though, because we want to be able to store our answer inside new file.txt. How about that? Let's actually do that. Let's go ahead and echo Y, yes, into our new file.txt. So we can have our script use redirection to go ahead and already put our answer in there. And we don't even have to enter it into choice, because it already knows, or at least we're going to let it know that this is the answer that we've already decided. We already said yes, it's in our new file, it's in our input, and we're going to put that in there. So the user will not have to do this, we'll actually be retrieving it from the file. It's going to read the file and then redirect the output, or whatever the contents of the file is, into the standard input of our choice command. And we can do this with any command, obviously, because that's just how the syntax of our redirection operators work. So let's try this. So choice, and we're going to be using the other side, the less than symbol, rather than the greater than symbol that we've been working with recently. So we're going to get the standard input, or the standard input from this is going to be sent to choice. The contents of the file is sent back and considered to be the standard input of choice. So that's pretty easy. We got yes already in the new file, so when we put this in, we can go ahead and send it out. I just realized I actually already set up the file name, so we don't actually need to include it. Okay, now we can go ahead and give this a go. When we run script, I decided I want this video to run in slow motion. When we run script, okay, I'm gonna ignore that. When we run script, it already goes ahead and runs this. Check this out. Yes or no. It sends in the yes that we've already got inside of our new file.txt, and our program is done. Very, very easy, very simple, but all I wanted to show you guys is the redirection operator getting the contents of a file and sending it to be the standard input of another program. Now, choice is pretty much a bad example for this because there really isn't a whole lot you can do, but I wanted to show you guys this functionality and how it works. If we actually check out new file.txt, here's our y that we already echoed in for echo. Now, I want to kind of point this out to you guys too. When we use echo.y, when we echo anything into it, this following space is actually being included, because if we check out new file, there's this space immediately after y, and we can avoid this. We don't even have to have that space right after what we're trying to input. So let's try and run it now. New file has been modified, and if I try and move my cursor over to the side, that's only because it's the new line character. So we should be okay. Check it out. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I know this one was pretty easy, and it's not really something you do too often, so for those of you that may not have the functionality of choice, that's okay. But thank you guys for watching, though. It would be really, really awesome and really, really great if you guys could please subscribe to me. You'd see more of my content, more of my videos, more of my tutorials, and I'm sure that's all you guys really want, is to be educated and be able to do some cool stuff. Please like the video, please leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series, that sort of thing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.